Mo here with Predator Masters, coming to you with part 2 of Read the Coyote. In part 1 we took a look at our hunting area up on Google Earth, and I highlighted 5 really good looking areas that attracted my attention. The problem with area number 1 is that's a no hunt area, so that's off limits. Area number 2 looks good, but the wind is coming straight up from the south, directly in line with that number 2. So number 2 is not really going to work. The coyotes are going to approach from the desert side, not so much from the field side. Area 3 and 4 also suffer from the problem with the wind. We're going to be approaching from the left side of this picture, which means that the coyotes are going to be out there in the desert, and we're going to have a problem getting to those areas with the wind blowing like it is from the bottom of the screen. We got a real wide open area there getting out to number 4. So that left area number 5 down there on the lower left hand corner, and so that's where we decided to go in and call. Area 5 there that's circled has a really nice big water hole, a nice big brush line in front of the water hole and behind the water hole, and then we got some broken up brush out there in that big oval circle to the right of area number 5. So area 5 looks really good to me. So that's where we're going to call. We're going to take the truck down that road there just to the left of 4, and we're going to bury it right in the corner. And we'll be approaching from the right hand side, and we're going to pull up just short of that brushy area there to try to give the coyotes some cover to make them feel more confident in coming to our calls. This is a closer up view of that area number 5. You can see the water hole off there to the left. That's going to be out to the west. The wind's coming up from the bottom of the screen. That's from the south. I'm looking at that area in the circle there because there are some good sized bushes and trees for myself and my partner Joe to get into and lay up and see if we can pull something out of that water hole. Again, we're approaching from the right, which is the east, and that's going to keep our scent out of our area that we're going to be calling. And we've dropped the truck off to the east so that we're not going to burn this area making too much noise as we try to slide up underneath this fence and get in close to these coyotes. So here's how we're going to set up that stand. Joe there, marked J, he's going to be down to the south in the brush line. Myself, marked M, I'm going to be off there to the north, kind of watching the fence line that we came under. And then the caller, I'm going to put that facing straight towards that water hole and see if we can't pull something out of there. At this point in the video, we've been calling for a little more than 5 minutes using a variety of bird calls, some rabbit calls, and right now we're on some cottontail rabbit calls that are of higher pitch and tone. Common mistake that new hunters make is they think that volume's going to beat the wind. In fact, it's the higher frequencies that actually get your call out there further. We can see this coyote coming out of that water hole area, and it looks like it's pretty well lined up straight with me. Now that coyote starts to drop off to the north, so I'm going to shift here and get eyes on it. And now the coyote stops. At this point, we've got to try to figure out what this coyote's next move is going to be. Is it going to approach the call, or is it going to drop downwind? I kind of think it's going to drop downwind. That's why I'm keeping my eyes on it. And we'll see what that coyote's going to do here and see if we got the read correct. So this coyote is definitely interested, but it pulls up, and we're trying to get a read on it, and it looks like for a second like it's going to come straight in, and then it starts to jog off to our right, which is off to the north. This makes sense given that the wind is coming from our left or from the south, so it looks like this coyote is going to try to get dead downwind of the caller. So I'm trying to anticipate where the coyote is going to stop and try to get the shot on the coyote when it stops and gives it to us. So right here the coyote stops and looks back, but it gives us a great chest on shot, and game over for that coyote. So now let's watch it in real time. Coyote stops, starts to swing downwind, then it's going to take a look back behind it like it might be looking towards another coyote, but a quick glance and there was no coyote coming, so it was game over right here. We hope you enjoyed Read the Coyote Part 2. Don't forget to check in at www.predatormastersforums.com to see our next episode of Predator Hunting 101.